Welcome into the Extra Point, presented by Global Motorsports in Cool Springs and Belle Meade. For the world's best luxury imports and Nashville's best prices, check them out at globalmotorsportsinc.com. And Zach, today we talk about the SEC. It's a one-horse conference in football and basketball, with Alabama and Kentucky both dominating.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nick Saban and Coach Calipari have completely and utterly taken the SEC by storm. Kentucky's a powerhouse, and really nobody's close.
Yeah.
South Carolina's playing good basketball, but they have nothing on Kentucky, and nobody even touched Bama during the regular season. Clemson obviously got the last laugh, but overall, Florida, that SEC championship game, that was absurd. Whose fault is it? Is it Nick Saban and Coach Cal's because they're so good, or the rest of the conference that just is utterly terrible?
I think it's the rest of the conference, and it's what happens when you try to keep up with the Joneses. You usually get yourself in trouble, whether you're in debt from buying too much cool stuff for your next door neighbor to be impressed. I mean, Billy Donovan left Florida to go to the NBA, and that really crushed. Like, Michael White is the head coach of Florida, and the Gators aren't really what they used to be under Billy Donovan. And Bruce Pearl at Auburn has never been able to get things going, and I don't think he ever will. You don't have anybody, doing anything at Alabama and Tennessee, and Rick Barnes is struggling. It's just Ben Howland at Mississippi State isn't doing anything. There's just no marquee players, and LSU has the talent, but Johnny Jones can't coach anybody. And that's what's struggling. I think it's the coaches in both football and basketball that really struggle to keep up with Coach Cal and Nick Saban.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. It's sad because we look at football and the SEC as the best conference in America, but if you have this one singular team that reigns supreme, it kind of also makes the other teams look terrible. In the same way in basketball, Kentucky is consistently in the talks of a Final Four because Cal gets new guys every year and he makes them play by the end of the season. Nobody has a chance. And every single conference, I think, is starting to recognize that a little bit more.
And I'll say this, because in football, other teams try to be like and emulate Alabama and try to have the power run game when the defense like that. Or in basketball, I think they're trying to be like Kentucky. But they can't be like Kentucky. But there's other ways to win in basketball than there is in football. In football, you got the bigger, stronger, faster guys. You're going to win. In basketball, I think there's a lot of different ways to get through that, because that's why you see so many upsets in the tournament.
Yeah, for basketball, if you don't have the players, the one and done, you gotta have the team mentality.
Right.
Play more like Duke.
Yeah, I think the SEC needs to play more like Duke, the old school Duke, not Coach K's new school one and done Duke. All right, that's today's Extra Point, presented by Global Motorsports on A to Z Sports Nashville.com.